Now here we have the lower part of the amphitheater. Ah, so much of it is preserved. Amazing. Imagine Herod, sitting up probably where that building is now and getting a prime seat to watch the play or the music or whatever he had to come perform for him. Now the great mystery of Herodium is, where was his tomb? This whole place was built to be a resting place for him. He was obsessed with his own death and spent so many years working on this. I even think I remember hearing that he seemed to have changed his mind multiple times in terms of where on this great place, this great mountain, that he might have chosen for a tomb. Well, there was an archaeologist, and I'll put his name below in the subtitles. I can't remember it as I'm filming this. And he worked on this site. It was his obsession to find the tomb of Herod. And he worked well into his 70s, I believe. And so many years searching in vain for the tomb. What I recall is that he found Herod's tomb. So he got his wish to find the tomb of Herod. Well, we're going to look at the tomb now, and we're going to walk up those stairs off in the distance and see that the answer of where the tomb was it was not at the bottom, it was not at the top, it was not in the middle, it was it was not in the very, very center of it, deep in some tunnel, but rather it is halfway up. Let's go look. At the top of the stairs, we see a stone structure here that is called the Royal Staircase, built at the end of Herod's life, together with the artificial mount. The upper portion near the entrance to the palace fortress was built as a corridor stabilized by arches. That's why it's not as well preserved. At the top of this platform, the first thing we can see is not the tomb, but is another cistern, the lower eastern cistern. And you see we have to go up to that platform. So that's where we'll head up next. And so here, finally, at the top of the platform, we have the entrance to his tomb. I suppose it goes back a little ways and opens up into something, but we're not going to be allowed to do that. But here it is. All men do come to the day of having to meet their Creator. I wonder what the Creator said to Herod and what he thought about all that he did. It looks like this whole tomb area has been built up and reinforced with rock, so it's certainly a elaborate structure back in there somehow. And this is the view that he would have looked out on towards the end, that view to Jordan in the east. Now, one of the interesting things about Herodium is how the mountain itself stands up like a sore thumb in the middle of a large area. And it's the tallest thing in the area. The only hill even remotely close to size is just to the east here. And you can see some Arab houses along its side. We know that they're Arab houses because the water heaters are black. That's a general giveaway. For some reason, Jewish water heaters tend to be white. Arab water heaters tend to be black coated. Well, that's where we started our view. When we were first looking at Jerusalem, we were up high near the top of Herodium, and now we are more than halfway down. But there's one more thing to see, and that is all the way down. There is a flat area down there called the Lower Palace, because he had not only a palace on the top, but he had another one down near the bottom. I guess for easy access if he didn't feel like climbing that day. Well, I suppose he could have paid someone to carry him up, so I don't know. I don't get it, but at any rate, he had a lower palace as well. And there's a little bit of the ruins of it. And that interstate off in the distance looks like olive trees and it's like a couple of Arab women and a child walking. I thought I saw a dog somewhere then too. Oh, I hear a kid calling way, way back. Well, how about that? The Judean hills. I'm looking forward to the day when these hills are absolutely covered with beautiful vines, wine flowing, even more olive trees, many, many more. All right, so there you have it. This is your quick tour of Herodium. Hope you enjoyed it. And this is Bob Odell with Root Source. And until next time, shalom.